Hi Nick, the key to writing an equation of a line that passes through a point is to use the equation y equals mx plus b. And if you use that in almost any example, you'll be able to get your answer. So let's say I have 2 points, the point 2, 1 and the point negative 3, 5. From any 2 points, we can find the slope. And so the first thing you want to do is subtract to find the change in y over the change in x. So the change in y is 1 minus 5, because those are the 2 y values, and the change in x is 2 minus negative 3, because those are the x values. So you go ahead and subtract those, and you get negative 4 over 5. So that's my slope. Now that I know the slope, I can plug the slope in for m into the equation. Since I have 2 different points, I can pick either one and plug one of them into the equation for y and for x. It doesn't really matter which one I use, I'll still get the same answer in the end. So let's just go ahead and use this first point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the m with the negative 4/5. I'm going to replace the y with the 1 and the x with the 2. So I get 1 equals negative 4/5 times 2 plus b. And then what I would do is continue to solve for b. So in this case, I would get 1 equals negative 8/5 plus b. I would then solve for solve for b by adding 8/5 to both sides. And 8/5 is the same as 1 3/5. So 1 3/5 plus 1 is 2 3/5. So now that I know b and I know m, I can just plug that in to my equation to get the answer. Y equals negative 4/5 x plus 2 3/5. So really, using that concept, you can do any problem, even if you're just given 1 point and a slope, or given 2 points, or given 1 point and said perpendicular. So let's do one more example. Let's see if I can get a clean screen here. Let's see if I can erase everything. Let's say that in the next example, I am given a point and I'm asked to write an equation of something that is perpendicular and goes through that point. Let's see if we can do an example like that. So let's say that I give you an equation and I say y equals 2x minus 1. And I want the new equation to go through the point 3, 1, and I want it to be perpendicular to the above equation. So the first thing you'd think about is, what do you know about perpendicular lines? Well, perpendicular lines have slopes that have the opposite sign and the reciprocal slope. So in this case, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. If the slope here is 2, then the perpendicular slope would have to be negative 1/2, which is the opposite sign and the reciprocal of 2. So I know the new m for my new equation, but I don't know the new b. So I'm going to use the formula y equals mx plus b. I am going to plug in this for m, and then I'm going to use this point to plug in this for y and this for x. So I would get 1 equals negative 1/2 times 3 plus b, and then I would just go ahead and solve for b. So in this case, I would multiply and get 1 equals negative 3/2 plus b. So I'd add 3/2 to both sides, and I would get b equals 2 1/2. So now I know b and I know m, so the answer must be y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2 1/2. I hope that helps. If not, let me know and we can review tomorrow morning. Thanks. Bye.